everyone, I'm Noodle the Schnoodle. I'm 15 years old, and today I'm going to share with you my morning routine. My day begins at 7:30 a.m. Mom's already up, and she comes down to get me up too. Work days can feel a bit too early for me. Well, on second thought, maybe I will get up now. I do a little bit of yoga with some stretching every morning. Then I go ahead and get my cardio in. This morning I walked for about half an hour. It's more important now than ever to do my cardio in the morning because the evenings get pretty dark outside. Interesting fact about me is that I'm usually just fine in my fall jacket for most of the winter. I don't get cold too easily because my fur keeps me really warm. Or should I say hair? Technically, as a schnoodle, I have hair because I don't shed. That makes me a great choice of dog for anyone who wants to keep the house clean. It also means I'm hypoallergenic, so I won't aggravate people's allergies if they are allergic to dogs. But that doesn't mean I won't track ragweed into the house. So by the way, let me mention that I do realize I need a haircut. It's been a little while since I had a makeover, but I do have one booked for tomorrow, so stay tuned because I'll totally show you my before and after pics. As a schnoodle, I do require to get professionally groomed every few months, otherwise I get a little raggedy. By the way, do you guys know what a schnoodle is? I'm a schnoodle, which means that I am part schnauzer and part poodle. In my case, my dad was a miniature schnauzer and my mother was a miniature poodle. That is, of course, my biological parents. I was adopted when I was just a few months old, and when my grandfather came to adopt me, I didn't have a name yet. He started calling me Noodle just because it rhymed with schnoodle, and it ended up sticking. Here I am 15 years later, and that's my name. Don't wear it out. Gee, thinking that far back brings back so many memories. Like, did you know that my first job was a respite worker for autistic children? Yep, special needs children often really benefit from animal interactions, and so I used to go to the homes of autistic children. They actually called me the pasta dog because of my name. I was the perfect candidate for the role, and I was hired right away because of the combination of being great with kids and being hypoallergenic. It was a great job for me when I was younger, but as I got older, I didn't really have the patience to put up with kids all day, so now I actually work in home security full-time. That is how I earn my living, is by guarding the house. Mom claims to work from home, but all I see is her sitting around in front of a screen all day. Don't worry, Mom, your secret is safe with me. I won't tell Dad. Because as long as you're home with me, I don't care what you're doing. I hate it when my parents leave the house without me. That's why I'm really better off in a home where someone is home at least frequently. I need at least 3 walks every day, but as I get older, I do need to go out more often because I simply can't hold it as long. Lucky for me, my parents have opposite schedules. My mom gets up in the morning and works until 5 o'clock. That means she's home with me all day and takes me out morning, noon, and in the evening. Then my dad gets home from work at night around 9:30 or 10:30 p.m. He takes me out before he goes to bed. He's usually up until 2 or 3 a.m. in the morning. Between the two of them, I take more after my dad. I'm definitely more of a night owl, and if it was up to me, no one should be waking up until at least 1 o'clock in the afternoon. My mom says I not only take after Dad, but I also have his eyes. So I apologize because I know this is a very long walk that I'm going on and I've got it all on film, but it's not so much for you guys as it is for us. My mom really loves all of these videos of me, and she's worried that as I get older we won't be able to do these long walks anymore, so she just wants to watch me walk and walk and walk. But when I do get home, I'm going to show you what I have for breakfast. I also hope that you're finding my backstory pretty interesting. So my mom actually got me as a gift when she was only 13 years old. My grandfather brought me home, and after about 3 months, he actually decided he didn't want me anymore because let's just say I had some accidents, but you know, it could happen to anyone. I mean, sometimes you just have to go and it ends up in the living room or on the bed or on that brand new expensive comforter, and there's nothing you can do about it. Besides, there's no proof that it was all me. But anyway, my grandma got involved, and long story short, here I am 15 years later, and while I don't live with my grandpa anymore, I am living with my mom and dad, and I'm very thankful for that. My mom is now 27 years old, and my mom and dad just got engaged on November 14th, a couple of weeks ago, and they're both really pleased to be able to still have me in their life, and not just have me in their life, but have me thriving and healthy. So I think you get the gist of my morning routine by now. I'm gonna skip ahead to when I'm going home, and I love to sprint home. I am a big believer that there is no place like home, as Dorothy says in The Wizard of Oz. Speaking of which, my mom totally wants to dress up as Dorothy and then have me as Toto. Wouldn't that be awesome? Alright, so I'm just about home, and no one can beat me home because I love my breakfast. I ran in so fast, my mom couldn't even get my coat off because I was so excited for my liver bite. They're these all-beef liver bites that my parents get from Costco, and I go crazy for them. So I always get one when I come back from a walk, and then it's breakfast time. I already had a lot of kibble left over this time, but my mom also gives me a spoonful of wet Caesar dog food. In my case, I like beef. And she also changes my water. We always pour out the old water and then put in new fresh water so that, well, I'm not drinking my own saliva, not that I backwash. And then, bam, it's time for me to enjoy my breakfast. And then once I'm finished eating, I make the commute with Mom to the living room where she logs in, and I, of course, have the responsibility of guarding the house all day. So there you have it. That is my morning routine, and I hope that you enjoyed. Stay tuned for my video tomorrow on my before and after haircut pictures. Bye for now. Yours truly, Noodle the Schnoodle.